In last session, we discussed about new OpenSQL concepts. Okay, so let me go to SE38. Just to discuss about how can you write. So I log into the system. If you remember, in last session we discussed about inline declarations. Okay, how can you declare without declaring any internal table? How to capture the data with the select statement, with the data statement at the rate data. Okay, at the rate symbol used for the external variable. Like if you are not giving at the rate, it will take it as a one of the field. If you give at the rate, it will take it as a external variable that we discussed, and hard coding values, and arithmetic operations, string operations, and control structures. Everything we discussed, and we discussed about how to create the work area and the fields and everything. It is depend upon the your selection criteria. Based upon selection criteria, system will create work area and variable, and these are all how you are capturing the data. It depends upon your data capture. These are all will done. Now today I am going to continue the session with the joins and aggregations. Okay, first let me talk about aggregation. Suppose select plain text See, these are the price and plain text. So what I want to do is I want to create an aggregate, like for all plain text amount I have to aggregate sum up. Okay, like I can do any aggregation, like some summation I can do, aggregations I can do, and average I can do. These are all anything I can do. Average, count. These are all called aggregation functions. Okay. How can I handle aggregation function? Aggregation, there are functions are available like sum, count, and everything. So I can write sum of price. Okay, I can write sum of price as a field one. Sum of price as a field one. So if I see here, whenever we are doing the aggregation, okay, we have to mention based upon which field you are doing aggregation. Based upon which field, like if you are doing subtotal or grand total, like vendor wise subtotal, otherwise document type wise subtotal, otherwise some customer wise subtotal. There is some reference for the subtotal. Now I am doing plain type wise subtotal. So here we, based upon which field we are doing the subtotal, that you have to mention in group by. Okay, suppose if I am mentioning, this is correct. So if I am mentioning one more field like flight date, if you are mentioning one more field flight date, so whatever fields you are mentioning in the selection, all fields should be there in group by. Okay, so it is aggregation. Aggregation while doing, if you are mentioning any fields in the group by, any fields in the selection, all fields should be there in group by. Okay, this one also you have to give in the group by. And again vice versa, if you are not mentioning it in the selection, if you put in the group by, it will allow. Suppose I'll delete this, and if without, I am not selecting plain type, I am selecting only this one, it will also work, but it will take the sum based upon plain type. Plain type may not be displayed, but the summation will be happened as per plain type. So it is not like that whatever selection we are done in that group by, okay, it is not mandatory to maintain in selection, but whatever selection we are doing, that should be maintained in the group by. So just now, so previously those many records that are kept. Okay, if you want, you can have count also. There are so many functions are there. Count as Okay, something. Number of records. Okay, these are the activities we can aggregation. Suppose now my requirement is I want to capture count of records more than 30. Okay, count of records more than 30, that values only I have to capture, like 54, 67 and 138, 56. I don't want to capture this 13 and 28. Okay, I'm not telling the record, number of record, aggregation value. Based upon aggregation value I have to do. So can I do in where condition? Okay, otherwise price. I'll go through price. It will give more clarity. So I want to go for price, total price more than 20,000. Okay, 20,000 means this one and this one will be avoided, more than 20,000. So can I write where price can you able to hear me? Is it work? Is it work? See, we'll see. To zero values. Why? Are you following me? Monica, Geeta, Srinivas?
Is it
Yes.
because they're
Yes.
not having any
Yes.
price field? I mean, it's you have field 1 and field 2.
No, I have, right? Okay. If you want, what?
So I'm just
Can
trying to
you?
know why did that not fetch any entries?
Like, my intention is, I want to capture the some price, not price. What it will take, individual price greater than 20,000. It is checking. Understanding?
Okay, so yeah,
Okay.
got it. So there was no price greater than 20,000 in
Yeah.
the table.
Yeah. My intention is some price. Then can I do in this way? Otherwise, can I do this one? Is it work? We'll see.
As field 1.
Yeah, I'll try this one. It is also syntactical error. Some should not be. Okay, I'll follow your suggestion. Field 1. Field 1, is it variable?
Not-
Is it? It is not field. It is runtime. Runtime only it will come until runtime.
Okay. At the rate.
It is unknown. At the rate, if it is external variable,
Okay.
it is not.
Okay.
So how can you handle? There is a concept called having. For that aggregation related thing, we'll use the having keyword. It won't work. So having sum of price.
Okay.
In having, you can directly use aggregation function. Okay. Try to understand the difference between the where and having. Where individual field, having also condition, where also condition. Both are conditions. Where will work on individual fields, having will work on aggregation fields. Okay, clear?
Okay.
So that is the difference between. So in aggregations, if you know the aggregation functions, there are some average count. These are the aggregation functions. Different aggregation functions will be there. So while creating the aggregation functions, you have to specify some field. Okay, based on like customer wise you are doing subtotal, or like document wise you are doing subtotal. Like if you do aggregation based upon primary key, there is no use. Understand? Like in VBAK table VBLN wise, if you do aggregation, if it is only one field means what is the use of aggregation? Like if it is a primary key, based upon primary key, if you do aggregation also, there is no use, because that will have only unique records. Understanding? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you are doing based upon the primary key, there is no use of aggregation. Okay, all aggregation, 9 non-primary key combination. Okay, non-primary key combination, if you do that aggregation, then only you have to, like in which based upon which criteria you are doing the aggregation. If you are mentioning on selection or not, it is not a case. Suppose if I am not mentioning in selection also, there won't be any issue. Like output, it won't come plain text. But while doing aggregation, it will do aggregation based upon plain type only, because we are done group by.
Okay.
So although I am mentioning only output sum, but based upon the fields, what are the field mentioned in the group by, based on that, this all aggregation will happen. So although I am capturing only field of amounts, but it will be aggregated based upon your group by. The group by is very compulsory concept when doing the aggregations. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let me write some code. We'll discuss about joins. Joins also regularly. The problem with most of web consultants are like, if they are using primary, like most of cases, joins are recommended if you are using combination with the primary key, like VBAK, VBAP. Linking, if you are doing the VBLN, which is primary key and the both the fields, that time performance is very high while using joins. Okay, if you are joining based upon the customer number or date or something which is non-primary key, that time performance will be slow. Okay, so but most of SQL ABAP consultants, what they do is they are habituated for all entries. Okay, they're habituated for all entries. So most of cases they used to go with the for all entries only. Okay, most of cases they used to go with the for all entries concept only, because that is very easy. So, but in HANA, for all entries concept, you have to avoid. Like avoid means it is not required. Like we are not doing the internal table level. For all entries means first we will capture to the one internal table. After that, we'll capture to the other internal table. Again, we are doing the application server level programming. Okay, data to code. But now we are recommended to go with code to data. Code to data means entire thing happened at selection level only. Okay, entire thing will be happened at selection level only. Okay, so I'll take VBAK, VBAP. So one more thing, there is a one class CL demo output. With this, we can itab is there, right? So any itab and itab sum, any outputs we can with only one select only one statement. Like it is not recommended to use for production purpose. This is a demo related. Like while doing our programming, most of cases you have to go to the debugging. If you want to see the what is the data captured in the internal table, every time you need to go to debugging, you have to check the debugger. Okay, what are the values are coming and something. So with this, without going to the debugging, just we can get an output. Just also. Now we are every time we are going to debug and we are saying, right? So any internal table you can pass directly as a ALV pop-up. So all one after one, whenever it triggers, it will show as a pop-up output. So if I execute, see, it will showing as a like we created item this one. If you close this, next pop-up will come. This one, we done aggregation state. This one. So this is also very useful while development. So always you don't need to go for debugging and check. So CL demo output having the static method. So if it is static method, you can directly access with the class itself. We will discuss static and next sessions, object oriented sessions. I'll explain you. Okay, just time being, you consider this is a static class. It is having some methods. Okay, the n number of methods. This is having these many methods. Each method here have some import export parameters. Okay, with that he has captured that. Clear? No.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see VBAK having any data. AKK having at least 3 entries. I'll go with that. There is a special ALV is there, ALV IDA. Without creating internal table, directly will pass the table to the ALV IDA. It will take care about selection. We are not writing any selection also. Okay, we won't write any selection criteria. that ALB IDA class itself, it will take care about selection criteria and everything. We'll discuss that. That is also very important in HANA. So always HANA, we are trying to avoid the application server involvement as much as possible, because our HANA database is very fast and it is a in-memory. Main concept in-memory means it is built in RAM in-memory database. So that's why we are trying to do all processing at the RAM level only, like at the DB level only. Now select.
Srinivas here.
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, just like whatever we are facing currently, ABAP in the development box and the QA box and again production box. So obviously, most of the time, development box data won't be there. So even this facility is provided. So the same is happening with HANA also in here also.
That is depend upon the environment, like how your landscape is designed based upon your landscape.
Yes, of course, yeah, correct.
Okay, based upon your landscape. So here it is not related to HANA. Most of here we are discussing these are all IDA systems. So we have only one client. In that client data is there. Okay, so this is like a golden client or golden client and virgin client for configuration without data. Configuration client one client and development client one client and testing client. That is entirely depend upon your system landscape. There is nothing to deal with HANA or this. It is a project environment.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Miss, what is your query in this?
No. We actually there is a bottleneck in current. Most of the time, projects won't be having data in development. So even the SAP HANA has provided this ALV demo output and where we need to see debugging and this thing. So most of the time, the object has to be moved to the nearby test environment, and then only we are visiting. Most of the time,
we never move, right? Like in our projects, it will be workbench request. It is not a customization request.
Yes.
Workbench request, we no need of any data movement.
No, I'm not telling about data. Actually, if the data is not there in development box, then some projects we need to move it to the quality box, and then we need to check.
Okay,
again, if there is something.
You are talking about some data, right? Okay. It is there everywhere. Okay, it is there everywhere. Okay.
Yeah.
It is there everywhere. It is not like okay. So like here the thing is these are all programs. All data will be generated by some functional consultant. Some functional consultant are practicing simple finance and simple logistics. Based on their test cases, we are generating the this one. These are all data. So recently, 1 week, 10 days back, system got refreshed. So all old data got removed. That's why we are seeing the less data. Otherwise, like here, there is other server, old server. So here we have enough data, I think.
Okay.
See here, EKK we are having 6,000 records. I'll write code here.
Venkat, while you're writing this code, quick question. So have you
Yes.
also worked on publishing these HANA applications on cloud? Do you also have experience with that?
See, cloud application, there are two parts. Okay. Working with web ID related stuff, and working with HANA cloud platform. HTC HANA cloud platform. There we will do same web programming you can do, like OData programming or like UEFI application developments we can do in HCP HANA cloud platform. There is a special HANA cloud connector and Java related program that as a web technical core consultants we won't deal that. Okay, most of cases Fiori developments in HCP, like a front end screen developments in HCP with HANA portal, cloud portal, and there is some two types of clouds are there: private cloud and public cloud. And in private cloud, it is like HANA system only. It is almost like a standalone HANA system only, but they will take from the different data centers will be maintained in the different locations. Okay, it is not a pure cloud system. Pure cloud Java based system is different, and private cloud, which is the normal, it is almost similar to the standalone system where you maintain in the remote locations. That is the different. So if you talk about the pure HCI SCP concept with Java, I didn't done much implementations on that. Normal this what you call cloud-based systems and HANA cloud systems. We are going to discuss this around. Okay.
Okay.
And Web IDE. There is a newly introduced Web IDE for HANA. There is no installation of Java installations. HANA Studio is not required. Directly with the web interface, without installation, you can handle that. Okay, that concepts also we are going to discuss. Web IDE concepts, how to handle Web IDE. Just before going, I'll show you the PPTs. Actually, we are referring this PPT. I'll send you this PPT as well as some documentation also. See, these are the aggregation functions. I told, right? These are all aggregation functions you can use. Okay, and the group by having functionality, and the order by, and we didn't check that order by also. Order by is the sorting, like ascending or descending. Sorting you can do with the order by. This is the general select statement. In select statement, select condition, where condition, group by having. Okay, where is for normal condition, group by is the like aggregation condition. Having is the aggregation condition. So one minute. Just give me a second. Okay, so here we can do normal coding. If you want to aggregation and join combination also you can do. Okay, inner join, outer join. So while capturing the data, just we'll get the all the data, and from the table, while selecting the table, we'll write the joining. Okay, between the tables. So I'll do the join between the two tables based upon the EVLN. So okay. So this is enough. Echo as H. Okay, here mentioning EKKO I am taking as a H, and EKPO I am taking as a this one item. Okay, you can do multiple joins. Okay, inner join EKPO, inner join EKPO. Here, comma is required. So if you want to capture the data, CLM demount output. Already shown, right? Yes.
Venkat, Geeta here. This field
Yeah, yes.
BSA KZ, this is from which table? Third field, I mean fourth.
Let me go. H header.
That is also from header. Okay.
It automatically.
But it didn't give any error, right?
No, if it is unique, if it is a unique, if both are not there, it won't give an error. Like.
Okay. I mean, it
Like,
didn't give any syntax error, like if you don't mention that H.
See.
Okay, now it's okay.
See, if I take EVLN, system don't know from which EVLN it has to take. Okay.
Okay.
So that's why it is asking which EVLN. So system is intelligent. So if BSA it is available only in header.
Okay.
Okay.
So it won't give an
So here also statement you see what it is saying. Oh, sorry. Ambiguous. You don't know from which
Okay. Okay. From which table it has to pick up?
it is to. That's why it is confusion. So if it is it is from only one table. It is available only one table. If you are missing this one also, no issues.
Okay.
Are you clear?
Yes, I'm clear. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Good. So these are the new OpenSQL statements. Okay, we discussed about joins, aggregations, and case statements. Okay, and arithmetic operations, string operations, everything we discussed. Just do practice. I'll send you some syntax. So related to this are all the codes. So plus get the server from our team and you start practicing. Okay. I want to start one new concept. Actually, if a concept, if you have no time, like if I start now, we cannot complete. So tomorrow I'll start the concept CDS views. Like till now, to make you habituate, I created this programming in SE38. Okay, and one more advantage of HANA Studio is these are all logic. While debugging also I can change. That is the main advantage of HANA Studio. Just if I do breakpoint, activate, and do display mode. Okay, open HANA Studio.
Venkat?
Yeah, tell me. Excellent.
Yeah, because of this column store, is it like the joins will be faster when compared to normal ML? Or we need not consider the primary key joining all the stuff?
No. Joins, because of column store, aggregations are fast.
All aggregations are fast. Okay.
Yeah, aggregations are fast. Again, if you write a select single, that is slow. Single record.
Yeah.
Aggregations are fast.
Okay.
Not joins. You can say aggregations are fast.
Okay. Oh. Is this batch only 3-member or 2-member project? 2-member batch?
Yeah, actually, this batch we are planning with the less team. Most of thing we are planning for weekends. We'll have 10 members batch weekends. Like weekdays, we are taking less 10 members. Like weekend batch, we are having more.
Okay.
Like we'll continue with this number only. Like we are not adding any guys. Maybe 1 or 2 guys may be added. So I will continue with this. My session will be more interactive. Like it is not like just we are saying something. Like I'll prefer more interactive because I'll maintain less number of people.
Okay, that's very good idea. Thank you, Venkat. Consider.
Yes. So which one? See, for this, if you want to see any ABAP related object, just you can open here. See, I created that program. I can able to see here. Okay, whatever program I am written in the SE38, same thing I can open here. I can change from here. So I close it from there. So I can open from here. I can do any changes. Like if you want to add one more 0, I can add and activate. I can activate here. I can activate from here. So you can see all the variables. Outline. Okay, here transport organization. Just let me make more bigger. Okay, transport organization. This one in this, you can able to see that. From here also you can transport. We can release the request directly from here. Okay. Now debugging also. Suppose if I run this code, activation here, running this code is here. If I run this code, wait a second. Which program I'm running? Some other programs got done. Okay, it will open the debugger is not working. There's some issue with the HANA debugger. Let me try again. Some issue with the HANA debugger, just I'll send this screenshot to them. If you run the HANA debugger, it will open in a debugging mode. In debugging mode, you will change the code. While debugging only, you can change the mode. That is the main advantage. Okay, while debugging, we can change the code and you activate at the time of debugging itself.
Okay.
Okay, that some debugger issue is there. Output is coming, but debugger is not working. So I'll check that and I'll let you know. Okay, tomorrow we are going to discuss about CDSUs, which is very important. So I'll send you the documentation, whichever we discussed till now, PPT and some text files. Please go through and do practice. If you have any queries, you can let me know. Okay, clear?
Yeah, Venkat. Thank you very much.
Yeah, yes, Venkat. Yeah,
Thanks, Venkat.
Okay, please come with practical, like you other guys also will get more benefit from your questions. So I'm always encouraged to ask more questions. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Just if you do practice, you can get more doubts and everything, and you can explore different scenarios. Okay, guys. Good night. See you tomorrow. Okay. Bye.
Okay.
Good night, Venkat.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, yeah.